Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Sports Talk with your boy Recap. What's going on? How you doing? Beautiful day. Anyway, man, before we talk about the Jets leaving Metlife Stadium, while you're watching this video, I appreciate you watching. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Subscriptions are all free. I appreciate it. I see I get hundreds of views, thousands of views. I appreciate the viewing. I appreciate that. But while you here, the viewing, of course, is great. I want to see that. But also subscribe, so you're able to to see more stuff from me. But anyway, man, again, thank you for being here. The New York Jets. Woody Johnson, by the way, is a great dude. There's a few things I don't agree with, but other than that, he's a great dude. As one of the owners that listens to not only the players, but he listened to the fans to make sure to give the fans what they want. Most billionaires are not worried about other people. They just trying to make money. It's like, hey, you look at the former Clippers, the old Clipper owner, the guy that used to own the Clippers before the Clippers were trapped. He didn't care about anything to improve the Clippers because people were just coming to the game. You know what I mean? So he didn't care about that. But Woody Johnson is a guy who cared about the players. So that's why you see building the facility for the Jets. If you're fortunate to go visit the Jets, the locker rooms or all that stuff from the chairs, from everything they have in there, it's top notch. Woody Johnson makes sure that he invests in the players to give you the best medical staff. Everything he does, man, it's a great dude. Now, the Jets are leaving MetLife Stadium. They're leaving MetLife Stadium. I know it was a dual partnership with the Giants owners and Woody Johnson, and him and his brother Christopher Johnson. Great dude. Both of those guys are great dudes. Building that stadium, $1.5 billion they put together because the Jets was trying to get a stadium on the west side, and it was a done deal until the Dolans. The Dolans, of course, own the Knicks, Madison Square Garden. They didn't want that. They didn't want that competition because they know that, okay, being in the city, the revenue or the stadium was gonna to have a stadium competing with them in the city, they didn't want that. All the concerts, all the stuff, people go, all the boxing, all the stuff, people go to MSG. They go to the Garden. So to bring a stadium on the west side for the where the Jets is, that's the Jets stadium on the west side. He didn't want that competition. He allegedly paid a lot of politicians to go back on their words. Politicians who previously voted, because they had to vote 2 times, who voted for the first time to get the stadium built in New York City, went back on their words and said, no, we're not going to do that. We don't want that because the Dolans paid them. Both father and son paid those guys to make sure they didn't do that. Meanwhile, they were getting that cable vision money. So that was big. So that didn't happen, right? So now the Giants owners, the old Meadowland, they were going to build the stadium called the New Meadowland, but they realized $1.5 billion. It's a high price, for them. The Titch are billionaires. The Mars are not, combined because they own the Giants, but But if you look at the Mars, they're millionaires. They're multi-millionaires. You know, $500 million plus. But the Tits are billionaires. But they were two fathers who own it, so the sons now, you know. But hey, anyway, they rich. They were trying to build it when they realized, okay, building that stadium, it was gonna cost a lot of money. So they reached out. They reached out to Woody Johnson, who was, you know, already the Jets was playing at the Meadowland. It was a contract. Usually they sign a 5 to 10 year contract. You know, they were paying the Giants to be at the facility, and the old facility was just bad. It was gonna be demolished. They said, hey, let's put our money together. Let's do 50-50 to build a stadium, which Woody Johnson went to in Europe, looking at all the Coliseum to build our stadium. Because, you know, back then, the old Coliseum, you can speak and that voice, it travels. It's similar to Metlife Stadium, that travel, that you know what I mean, that noise. And they did that. But the stadium's old. It's getting old. You know what I mean? The turf, players getting hurt. So every time Woody Johnson or Christopher Johnson, they're in a meeting, try to find, you know, they try to improve the stadium. Whew. It's that moonshine. Yes. Whew. Anyway, you know, every time the Jets owners, Woody and Christopher try to go to, they're in meetings talking to different people, talking to the Giants owners to try to fix the stadium, remodel, add stuff. They get shut down. The Giants owners don't want to spend any money. They want to keep it as is. They don't want to make any renovation. They don't want to do anything. But like I said, things are changing, right? Woody Johnson's all about branding. His brand have to be top notch. Having his name associated with the Metlife Stadium, he wants things to be top notch, and they are not. You've been to the stadium. Again, you know, if you've been to other stadium and you go to the Jets and Giants Stadium, the Metlife Stadium, it's an old building. It's an old stadium. It's like, what do you know, like I don't even know how do you renovate that stadium. But again, with the turf, the players want certain things. And I know it's going to be difficult. You have both teams playing at the same time to have real grass. It's going to be difficult to do that with both teams play either Monday night or Sunday football. So it's difficult to be able for the crew to be, like that quick turnaround. It will cost money. I understand that. So they, of course, they were thinking about putting a retractable, put on a roof, whatever, to change, to help, to help with that, put the turf, Anyway, man, things are bad. But each time they try to do certain things, the Giants don't want to do it. And the Jets owners, Woody Johnson and Christopher Johnson, they're tired of that. They're done. So they're looking at it. The lease for the Jets, the lease expire, soon. So the looking for by 2030 to 2035, the Jets will have a new stadium in Queens. City Field, the Mets doing their new stadium. Right? You got the Mets doing the new stadium. But I was getting that moonshine, man. You got the Mets doing. So there's a 50 acres. There's $8 billion deals, $8 billion projects coming in. You're gonna have MLS having a stadium there for soccer in Queens. You have the Met Stadium being remodeled, branded all over there. The Jets building the new stadium there. You have the casinos. You're gonna have casinos there. Rivers Casino, which I know really well. The owners have been looking at, they have a Rivers Casino and it's connected in New York, but they're trying to bring a casino in New York closer to the city. So Queens will have its casino. So you will have Rivers Casino, hotels, resort, all of that in Queens. So it's gonna be a beautiful place. So finally, the Jets want to have their own stadium because Woody Johnson want to give the fans something different. You know what I mean? Something better, remodel, and because he's one billionaire who doesn't mind spending money for his players to make the players safe. He's all about player safety. That's number one. And that stadium is a whole dump. The Metlife Stadium is a dump that he's trying to run away from. And like I said, him and his brother been going to the Giants owners multiple times to remodel that stadium, to do whatever. And the Giants owners are not trying to spend any money. They want to keep things as they are. And Woody and his brother, they're just tired. So they've been reaching out to several people. Of course, they're looking at, Manhattan was perfect, but you're looking at the traffic, you're looking at parking. They wouldn't get that. You know what I mean? You have to create above like a tower for parking, and it's too much. Where in Queens you have the land space to be able to do that. Now New Jersey have the land of course for the Jets to build their own stadium, but again, Woody Johnson want to go back to New York. You know what I mean? Want to go back to New York where everything started, when the Jets playing in New York. You know what I mean? The Long Island, all the stuff. He want to bring the Jets back to New York. To where it is. You know what I mean? The man live in New York. You know what I mean? Work in New York. You know what I mean? His office is right there, Rockefeller Center. You know what I mean? He live at, I'm not gonna say where he live, but he live where he live. You know what I mean? So he's comfortable there. So going back to he wants to stay here in New York, have the fans, the New York fans, all the stuff. That's it, because people have to travel to New Jersey to the game. Nothing wrong with New Jersey, but I'm just saying. He want to keep everything as is in New York, and he don't want to build. He don't want to worry about, I have to ask this guy to do this, to do that. He want to just do it. And he can't do whatever he want with the MetLife Stadium on his own. He had to get permission from the Giants owners as well to do that. Like I said, it's a partnership. And if the partnership's not working, you got a belt. You got a belt. Sometimes if things ain't working, you gotta leave it. You gotta move out. You know what I mean? Things not working, you gotta move out. And they're not. So by 2030, the contract, by 2030, the Jets should already have the space in Queens. Everything should already be finalized and to get that stadium built for them. By 2035, the New York Jets will be playing in Queens, New York, at their own stadium. 2030, you should see between 2030 to 2035, from what I'm hearing. You know what I mean? 2030 to 2035. Between 2030, because right now we're 2024, so 6 years from now, the Jets should either have a new stadium in Queens, either they have the stadium in Queens by 2030 or 2035. That's it. So between 2030 and 2035, the New York Jets will have their new stadium. They'll leave Metlife Stadium. And so the Giants, go ahead. You can have the stadium to yourself. Because, you know, I don't see why, you know, because like, and this is like sometimes you get a lot of slumlord who don't want, you know, they taking your money. They don't want to do any renovation. You tell them, hey, you know, carpet in the hallway is dirty in the building. They don't, you know, they're upset because you telling them the carpet's dirty. You know what I mean? It's like they want you to clean it. That's your job. That's your business. I'm paying you. The door's not working, this and that. You know, they don't want to do any renovation. The ceiling, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of slumlord out there. And those guys, the Giants owners, are slumlord. That's what they are, slumlord. And Woody Johnson's like, listen, we gotta live in time. With this time, we have people coming in our facilities. We want to give the fan the best. And like I said, Woody Johnson is one of those people. He's on Twitter. He's listening. He's reading those comments. He's responding. He may not responding to a lot of people. You know what I mean? But he respond. You know what I mean? He respond. Woody Johnson is one of those guys. Like I said, he's a great dude. You see Woody Johnson on the street. You see the Giants owners on the street. They won't even say hi to you. And that's a fact. I've seen it. I've seen Giant fans go into the owners and say hi to these MFs. They don't even talk to them. Those are season ticket holders. Guys who's they got the guys who spend their money, sweat, work overtime, do all that stuff to save their money to go to the games, to go to Giants games, making these guys billions. Say hi to them. They don't even acknowledge them. Say, I'm Giants fan. You know, they don't give a crap about that. But Woody Johnson, as the owner, you see Woody on the street. He's either wearing his white Jets hat or green Jets hat. But, you know what I mean? But he will always stop to talk to you, whether you're a Jets fan or not. You say, hey, Woody, what's up? He will stop whatever you got to do. I've seen it. You know, I talk to Woody all the time. The guy will have a meeting. He would say, give me a second. Pick up the phone. Hey, you know, call a second. Hey, can you cancel this? Can you reschedule the meeting for me? I know we have a meeting in 30 minutes. Can you reschedule for me? Reschedule for an hour. Just to talk to you. You know what I mean? Business meeting where he's making billion dollar transaction. He will cancel that or reschedule just to talk to you. You know what I mean? So that's a man who care about the people. You know what I mean? He will stop, give you a conversation. I remember when he said, yo, stop sending me these emails, man. And one time, I was sending him angry emails about the Jets. You know what I mean? I was upset with, paying my money to go into the games. You know, Woody say, yo, why are you sending me email? You can just walk to my office. You know what I mean? At the time, I was working in New York. We were in the same building. He was like, yo, man, you just come up, bro. He said, hey, my brother, why you sending me email when you can just come up? You know what I'm saying? Yo, you didn't respond to my email. I said, why you sending me email? You can just come up. Stop sending me those angry emails, man. You know, I said, no more. I'm not going to the games anymore, man. I'm tired of it. You know what I mean? I said, that's it. So I'm gonna get a plane. You know the plane when you're at the beach. The plane have the message right now when the plane passing by with the message, telling the advertising stuff. You know what I mean? Hey, many of that. Woody Justin said, "Stop it! I know it's you, man. I see the sign passing by my office." But he said, Rick, you're a Jets fan, man. Come on. I gotta worry about you too. I said, come on, man. You know what I mean? Give my money back. Give my money back. But anyway, man. So I was a Jets fan. Hey, man, it's good. It's a good news to the draft is over. I could have said this all day, but I was waiting for the draft to say this. I'm like, hopefully nobody posts this. You know what I mean? I got a lot of stuff, a lot of information I could have put out. Sometimes I'm tired. It took a lot to come in here to talk to you guys. It took a lot. You know what I mean? A lot. Sometimes, someday I'm nervous. Yeah, I'm on camera. I'm still nervous. Which is crazy. I know I say I mean a lot. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I say a lot. You know what it is, man. Anyway, man. I say I'm a lot too. But as a Jets fan, it feels good to have an owner who cares about not just the players but the fans. When you tell them things ain't working, you know what I mean. I remember we had an hour to talk about Rex Ryan, what he did wrong, all that stuff, and I'm not saying that was the reason Rudy fired Rex Ryan. I'm not gonna say that, but other fans, because it was time. It was time. Todd Bowles, same thing. Get him out of here. It was time. Adam Gase. I told Woody, man, whenever Peyton Manning call you, when Peyton Manning call you about something, do not take that advice. Do the opposite. Peyton Manning told the Jets to hire Adam Gase. Trash. Fell. Peyton Manning told the Jets to draft Zach Wilson. Stop taking advice from that man. Stop it. Without you, I was gonna make a comment with the forehead, but I won't. It might go left. It might go left. But anyway, man, shout out to the Jets. To finally we'll have our own stadium in Queens, New York. It's a great thing, man. To you have parking, you'll be able to drive through, go to the games, and enjoy. Enjoy the stadium. You have real grass where the players can play every week. Of course, the team, the crew team will be able to do preparation to fix everything they got to fix, but at least you have real grass. It'll be good. It'll be good, man. But I know in terms of the seating, all the stuff, there's a lot of space. Woody want to give you that leg space. He's not worried about, like you see Jerry Jones built that 110,000 seats sitting stadium. Woody Justin's not worried about that. You know what I mean? He want to give you that leg space. You want to make sure that the fans are comfortable. If he had to build a 30,000 seats, he's gonna do it because he wants the fans to be comfortable, and that says a lot, man. Now, of course, I would love it for it to be at least a 70,000 seats, but that's not what he's trying to do, because 70 to 80,000 seats, that's tight, and that's too tight. People, it's like going to 76ers stadium, arena. You know what I mean? You can't, it's like sardine, man. Anyway, man. Sports talk. Like, subscribe, and share. Again, while you're watching this video, I want you to like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate the love. Again, as a Jets fan, we had a great draft, great free agency. But to be able to have our new stadium by 2030 or 2035, that's perfect. You know what I mean? Hey, like I said, Giant fans, man, you'll have that crap back. You could keep that stadium, man. That thing is all dump. Leaking everywhere. It's a lot of problems. And Giant fans, Giants owners, they're slumlords. That's what they are. They're slumlords. Because all the leaking, all the stuff, who's fixing them? Woody Johnson and his brother. All the leaks, all the stuff, Woody Johnson is the one paying all the bills. The Giants so leave it. Slumlord, bro. Anyway, man, sports talk. Like, subscribe, and share.